Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Gobind. This is your channel for grace. I'm excited to do these mini readings tonight, and as you know, we do them every Friday night. I still have to check the PayPal list, but there's still room to sign up. So if you want to sign up for a mini reading, please send $25 to my PayPal, which is paypal.me/Eagle Star Yoga. But it's a lot easier if you just click the link in the description. Also, my spring webinar is still on sale, so make sure you check that out. And then also, if you want to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do so on my website at channelforgrace.guru. So how are you guys feeling? It's been a whole week since I was live last. Let's see who's in the chats. Okay, we've got ST. Hello, happy Friday. We got Paris. Welcome, Christina G. Hello, Kim. Hey Valerie, hey Lisa, hey Julene. I work 12 hours today and have to go in for a few hours tomorrow, so, oh wow. Hello, hello, hello. 60N17. Shannon, how's it going? Hey Chris. Thank you everyone. Okay, feeling great? I love it. My lips are kind of dry. Hey Lindsay. Welcome in. Okay, so let me go check PayPal real quick while we get set up, and then we can start. So the way this works, if you are new, you basically, this is April 17th. First of all, when you sign up for a reading, you actually get entered to win a free reading. It's either astrology or tarot. I decide, when I actually do the raffle, but it's a giveaway that you get entered into when you sign up for any of these mini readings, and I do that raffle or that drawing or that giveaway once a month. So in March we had Valerie win, and I did a 30-minute tarot reading for her. So we'll see what the April winner will win. So I've got Christina G on the list. We also have Julene on the list. We also have Sharron on the list. So I'm just looking through, and I know a few more have just came in. We've got Kim. Okay, so we've got 4 on the list, so plenty of room for everybody. I'm really excited tonight. Okay, So let's just go ahead and get started. Hey, Wendy, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Just popping in to say hello. Okay, awesome. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. Hey, Jessica. Thanks for being here, Shannon, and helping to moderate. Yes, please have all your info ready. So how it works, you can choose a tarot reading, you can choose an astrology reading, a natal chart reading, or you can choose a transit reading. If you choose astrology or transit, please know the time, the exact time that you were born, obviously the location and the date and all of that. You will post that into the chat when I call your name, when it's your turn. So we're going to start with Christina G. So Christina, let me know what kind of reading you would like me to do for you. Hey, Rebecca, welcome in. And we'll go ahead and get started. And remember, next week we have a new moon, you guys. Next week on Wednesday, new moon in Taurus. And next week on Saturday, so not tomorrow, but next Saturday, Pluto goes retrograde. That's the first retrograde. I talk about it in the webinar. If you didn't get the webinar yet, make sure you get it because there's a lot of information that you're going to want to know about the next 3 months. Okay. Hello, Wolfstar. Any messages from my guides that I need to know? All right, I'm assuming that's tarot. So, let's, hang on. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? My hand really wants to use this. So we'll just go ahead and use the tarot cards. So message for Christina. I should definitely burn some Palo Santo before I get started. Glad you guys are here. Thank you for being here. Okay, awesome, Rebecca. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Jessica. Thanks for signing up for my newsletter. I think I forgot to mention that. If you guys haven't yet signed up for my newsletter, please do. I send out a weekly moon magic report, and it tells you like what sign the moon is in every single day, what phase it's in, what aspects it's making to some of the other planets, and what that means for us and how we can emotionally. Thank you, babe. Water delivered. That's really sweet. So yes, newsletter, really awesome. Definitely sign up. And then when you do, actually, you get the full moon astrology guide. Awesome, Paris. I'll check that out too. Paris, I love your name. I just have to say that. Okay. On a serious note, thank you, spirit guides, angels, teachers, for being here with us today, this evening, this beautiful Friday evening. Please help to clear my energy so I can be that clear channel for the wisdom, the messages to flow through the tarot cards. Please cleanse the energy of those as well. And through astrology readings. And I hope that everyone that signs up for a reading tonight, or I ask that everyone that signs up for a reading tonight receives the message that they are needing to hear most in this moment. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and get started with Christina's question. Any messages from my guides that I need to know? All right, what does Christina need to know right now? Six of Wands. The Star. Yes! The Emperor. Wow. Oh, that one. The High Priestess. Dude, Christina. What's going on? Yes, please hit the thumbs up button for me if you're watching live, and also if you're watching the replay. Whoops. That was unintentional. I love these Friday night mini readings, you guys. Those little sounds are people signing up. One more for Christina, please. All right. So you've got, Seven of Wands, not Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. I'll show you the cards first. the Star, which I freaking love. The Star is the Aquarius card. Let's remember that. We've got the Emperor, which I like all the cats in this tarot deck. We've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Five of Swords. Now this is interesting because honestly, when I look at this, I'm like, 3 major arcanas, they're really the bulk of your message, Christina. They're the ones that contain the most potent part. When we think about what the Star represents, the Star is our hopes and our dreams. The stars are the wishes that we make, right? When you wish upon a star. The Star is also resembling the age of Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, and moving into the future. So the Star is the future. The Star represents the universe, you know, the beyond, everything that's beyond this 3-dimensional reality for us on this earth plane, which we are in. And the Star is about your hopes and your dreams coming true. What I feel with the Emperor card is, and the High Priestess, is these 2 energies that are really stable, really grounded. The Emperor has that earth energy of being very rooted and also being very wise and knowing what decisions to make. And the High Priestess is trusting her intuition like to the max. She doesn't waver. She's always at her best in that essence because she knows her own power and she knows her own worth. And this is like where you stand right now energetically. This is what I see in these cards. Anything, so there's also the 2 other cards, so the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Wands is about holding your own during any kind of challenge. The figure in this card is basically able to, it's confronting obstacles, or at least it's prepared to face any obstacle that comes its way. And this also can have to do with competition, interestingly enough. And then when we think about the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Swords is that competitive energy. It's like quarreling or not being kind of in control in a way. The 5 of Swords is also like feeling a defeat, feeling defeated, or feeling like there's some kind of empty victory that you haven't achieved yet. But I feel like the message is that there could be something, going on in your life, or maybe you're feeling on an inner kind of perspective that things don't look that good, like in the horizon, because you are looking into the horizon in this card, and you are looking into this energy, which, also she has Isis wings, and that's the same thing as the High Priestess. The Isis wings are intuition. But in order for you to move through and push forward in life, when I see her looking through, I kind of sense that she's hiding, like she's hiding from something. So in order for you to really move forward, there are certain qualities that you have to activate for yourself right now. And those qualities are the qualities of, you have to have faith. You have to have faith in the future. You have to find your grounding. You have to find your way of being a leader, of leadership. And you have to trust your intuition during this time, because otherwise you'll feel like you have this empty victory, like you came out with nothing. And that's not the case, because whatever it is that you've been going through or have been experiencing, you have now gathered up all the strength to be present for yourself in life. And I think that is the bigger picture of this message, is that right now you are really standing in your power. And things may not be perfect, right? On the outside, your perspective of things, they may not be perfect, but at least you are ready to face anything that comes your way. So that's your message, Christina G. And thank you. I'm going to check the PayPal real quick, but also check the chat real quick. I liked and shared on Facebook. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Oh, so Kim, the reading is for Chris? I just want to make sure I write that down. Oh, thanks, Wendy. I appreciate it. Just making sure I didn't miss anything important. Light a candle now for our tribe here. Thanks, Paris. How do I get on the list? The way you get on the list is, I probably have like 7 people on it right now. But the way you get on the list is you send $25 to my PayPal, which is, the link is in the description of the video to make it really easy for you. You just go on over, pay, and then I check it periodically during the live to make sure. But I also get notifications live. So you paid for 2, Kim? Okay, awesome. So we are going to go back into my PayPal app, and I'm going to write down the few more names that came in. So I'm assuming Parastu is Paris. We've got Rebecca. And I have to write down, like, for my own sakes, I have to write down first and last name so that when I do the drawing, and then we've got Chris. Let me just write this down. Okay, so there's still room, you guys, to get on the list. And we've got Julene, Sharron, Kim, Paris, Rebecca, and then Chris. That's the list right now, so far. So we're going to go to Julene. And I believe you, Julene, you wanted to do a reading for, a natal reading for your daughter, if I'm not mistaken. You're welcome, Christina. So I'm going to pull out my, okay, I finally got the iPad Pro, you guys. I finally got it. It is mine. It is officially mine. Sorry, I'm laughing because some of you guys know that I was really wanting this. All right, so let's share the screen. Oh, did I? Paratsu? It's the bilingual thing. Makes it easy for me to, when it comes to other, it makes it easy to pronounce things when you're bilingual, when you can speak more than one message. Okay, so we'll just write Julene, daughter. And 8/2/86. (6:54 p.m.) in Phoenix. Okay, I'll make sure I got it right. He finally actually surrendered it to me. Okay, Julie, you're feeling a little nervous about it. Okay, 8/2/86, 6:54 p.m. in Phoenix. Go. So what I do is I take an image of this because I don't think I can mark this one up. So I take an image of it, and then we go to my pictures, and there it is. And then I edit and mark it up. So here we are. This is your daughter's chart. So let's see what we see here. Your daughter is Leo Sun, Cancer Moon. So Leo Sun in the 7th house is, so in relationships, your daughter is kind of like the ruler. It kind of has to be about her. Because the Leo energy just, and it's also like this desire to be valued, but to have a lot of attention. So she like requires a lot of attention. It's part of her. Shannon. But this is the thing about the Cancer moon. The Cancer moon makes her very compassionate and very loving and very in the moment, because it's in the 6th house. She has got the North Node in Aries. So that's interesting, because that's a lot of fire energy. Sun in Leo, North Node Aries, that's like, actually she has a lot of fire in her chart. She's got Uranus, Saturn, and Juno also in Sagittarius, which are all fire signs. But North Node Aries is she's very independent. She came into this life to be independent, to be her own person, to learn how to let go of being in relationship and how to really be herself. And I believe that having Leo Sun in the 7th house actually helps with that. That's her lesson. That's her gift. She does have Pluto in the 9th house of spirituality. Pluto reveals a lot of secrets. Pluto reveals secrets to her. In her, to go back to the North Node for a moment, in her quest to discover her life purpose and destiny, she needs to talk, she needs to speak, and she needs to communicate. But the North Node in Aries is also, can be a little bit, you know, that Aries energy can be a little bit impulsive, a little bit like, I'm just going to say it, and then if I made a mistake, like, oops, I said it too late. But that Pluto in the 9th house, she knows secrets. She discovers a lot of secrets. She just can feel that there's more to what meets the eye, that there's more to what is on the surface. Let's see what else I see. Saturn in the 10th house in Sagittarius makes her very ambitious. Saturn is in its home sign in the 10th house, in the 10th house. So this means that she's ambitious. This means that she's got goals. This means that she's going to freaking go do her goals. And because there is Sagittarius in her 10th house, or, you know, this is here in her 10th house, this means that the way that she achieves her career goals, or the goals that she sets for herself in life, is by exploring new things, traveling the world, and seeing a different reality. Saturn in Sagittarius is actually a very interesting thing. But it makes her ambitious, and it makes her very free. She needs freedom when it comes to work. She needs freedom. Let me see about if any aspects are significant. She does have a yod. So let's talk about Mars in Capricorn in the 12th house. Now, Mars is how you take action. Mars is in Capricorn, which is Saturn's ruling sign. So Saturn has help here. Saturn has Mars to help her accomplish her goals. But her goals are sort of in this house of the subconscious mind and the unknown and the divine and the occult. So there's a connection here, because having Pluto also in the 9th house, activating her ability to kind of go deep into the underworld and discover new things in a spiritual sense, that is connected to this Mars in the 12th house, the house of the occult, or of the stuff that's hidden that we can't see. But this also means in Capricorn that she is someone that definitely needs to set goals and take baby steps to get there, and things may not happen right away for her, but that's how she works best. She takes her time, and she really digs deep. She digs deep. So I don't know what you were so nervous about. The yod that I was talking about is right here, and it's pointing towards Mars. And the yod is called the finger of God, and this is the sun and Black Moon Lilith. Now, Black Moon Lilith is not something that I normally talk about in a lot of my readings, because it's kind of, I usually talk about just the main planets, the personal planets, and the outer planets, and then Chiron and the nodes is what I mostly focus on. But Lilith is basically, it's like how she loves, and how sort of what's her taste when it comes to love. It's the same with Venus, But with Black Moon Lilith, this is like freedom for her. Intellectual conversation is like freedom for her. That's her being rebellious, is being with someone who's like intellectually can really kind of hold up the bar right there. And the sextile to the sun just points to the fact that this is part of her personality, something that she needs to use. So Leo is fire and Gemini is air, and so she has to use her mind. This is probably something also having to do with the fact that, you know, the Gemini energy is it's very smart. It focuses on details, and it can really take in a lot. It can just absorb a lot of information. So she's like absorbing information, and all of it pointing towards Mars, meaning the action. It means that her identity and, you know, the way that she loves has to be channeled through the actions that she takes in the world. She hasn't mastered the impulsivity. She struggles with pushing folks away. The safe first and then try and clean up. People don't respond well. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, yeah, is she, let's see, if she was born in 86, how old is she? Okay, thanks, love, peace. How old is she? I don't do the math, you guys. I know she's got to be just 2 years younger than me. So she already went through her Saturn return just a few years ago. So she should be kind of on the other side, right? She should be discovering her career at this time. She should be she's so smart. Yeah. She should be starting to focus on that. You know, you have to let people like figure out like their flow, figure out like their whole thing. She's very intuitive too. And she has the ability to actually make money because she's got Jupiter in the second house. And Jupiter in the second house expands abundance. So she's got a lot of potential. So it's a matter of, there's a grand trine here too in water, which makes her really intuitive. And she's got Venus in Cancer, which means that she feels her way through her thoughts. So there is compassion there. It is probably a good thing, and experiences that all of very fiery energy personalities have to experience, because to go through the process of, oops, I went too far and I didn't think about the consequences kind of a thing, because that's how they learn. They learn through experience. So yeah, there you go, Julene. Now your name is on the list to win a reading. So let me just check PayPal real quick. But next we have Sharron. So Sharron, while I go check PayPal, will you please put up your question? Adding to the list is Cynthia and Lisa. Okay. No, love, peace. Well, what's your name on PayPal? Is it Cynthia or Lisa? So I can call it the right name when it's time. Oh no, it's got to be Cynthia. You got to be Cynthia. Love, peace. Hi, help me. Okay. If you want to get a reading, you guys, you can sign up for one through my PayPal. It's $25. Nope, not closed, Joan. Come on in. Join the party. Hi, Stacy. You can do a live mini tarot natal. Thank you for posting that up. All right, Sharron, here we go. Natal transit or tarot? I guess we'll just do your astrology since you put your astrology info here. Because if you wanted, If you wanted me to do tarot, I would need to know what you wanted me to do it on. What's like, okay, what's your question? Let's just start there. What do you want to ask, Spirit? And then I can decide better which type of reading to do. You're welcome, Julene. Okay, got it, love peace. Gotcha. Oh, I'm sorry, Stacy. Brush it off. Brush it off. Drink some water. Burn some sage. Go for a walk. Connect with nature. And then ponder if you got yourself into this mess and how you can get yourself out. Just being straight up. That's the only way to grow, is to realize what we did to get ourselves where we're at, and how, if we don't like where we're at, how do we get ourselves out? Because there is always, and I'm telling you, always a way out. All right, Sharron, 21580. Time is 9th. Have you ever had an astrology reading, Sharron? I can't remember if I did one for you before. I don't ever remember, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't ever remember details like that. There's too many things going on. Fairfield. Do you want me to just look at the natal chart? Or... make sure I got it right. Okay, I'll just do your natal reading. 21580, 9:32 a.m. Fairfield. Okay, so okay, there's the picture. Let's open it up here. So here's your chart. All right, here we go. So let's, okay, cool. Awesome. So this is your chart, Sharron, and we're all going to talk about it now. First thing that really draws my attention is this right here, and that's called a stellium. A stellium is 3 or more planets together, and they're conjunct. You've got the sun, the moon, and the south node in... Aquarius. So that means your north node is in Leo, and it's actually in the 5th house. Both of these are in their corresponding houses, meaning that they are in their natural homes. That is significant. That is significant. I'll explain a little more, but let me see what else I see. What else I see? Here's another stellium in Virgo this time. It's Jupiter, Mars, Lilith, and Saturn. So you have a lot of Aquarius energy and a lot of Virgo energy. So that's a lot of mind, and that's a lot of earth element. You do have a pretty good variety of all of the different elements. Mercury in Pisces intercepted here in the 12th house is significant. You have a connection to the divine. You have an ability to perceive. The way that you think is you always try to look for what's beyond this. There's more to this here. Let's discover what that is. You might also be kind of emotional when you think. Emotional when you think. Your emotions are part of your thinking process, but you're also very compassionate in the way that you kind of express yourself and speak. Neptune in the 9th house, I think that's pretty cool. It's also in Sagittarius. Neptune is the planet it rules the 12th. So there's a connection here between Neptune and Mercury that are in, oh, you're in Aries rising too. Cool. So the connection is Neptune helps you express the things that you discover in the 9th house of spirituality. So as you discover yourself spiritually, you can talk about it easily because of this Mercury in Pisces. Now, here's what I want to say. So I wanted to find like some beautiful aspect before I actually talk about your South Node conjunct your Sun. Okay, here's what happens when the South Node conjuncts the Sun. Let's like separate it. First of all, you've got Sun and Moon both in Aquarius. Now that means that you are there. You're very mental, not like crazy, but mental in like the mind is how you process things. Aquarius can tend to be a little aloof, can have a hard time connecting emotionally because they're a little more detached than everybody else. But that Mercury in Pisces really helps a lot. Where's Venus at? Oh, Venus in Aries. Okay. Yikes. Just kidding. Just kidding. You're just very fiery in a lot of ways. So here's the thing, because when you have the Sun conjunct your South Node, people that have this aspect, what they end up feeling is they feel like they're kind of going towards the future, but they keep getting pulled back. Like they feel like, oh yeah, we're going to move forward. We're going to do this. We're going to, we're going to go and create something, and we're going to go towards what we love. We're going to try to have fun, enjoy life, because that's North Node Leo. We're going to find our heart center. We're going to find the way that we can become a leader in the world. And we're going to shine really bright, and we're going to be the center of attention. But then something keeps happening that kind of keeps pulling you back, and it feels like you're back in your past. You can't let go of things that happened. And so this is a karmic lesson to let go of the identity that you thought you were to achieve a whole new identity. Because when your Sun is connected to your South Node, this is your identity needing to break down. You need to transcend this knowledge. These are also gifts that you come into the world with. The South Node are your gifts. And so this isn't a negative thing. It just means that there is something about this Aquarius energy. It's almost like you are a prophet. You can see the future. You can feel the future. That's what Aquarius is. You can sense that there's something lurking just above or just in front. But you need to learn how to shine bright in the world. You need to not separate yourself, not detach yourself. You need to be in it. You need to put your heart in it. And that's the biggest lesson for you in life, is you gotta put your whole heart into it, in what you do in your life. I think that'll give you lots to think about. But yeah, good one. Good one. Exactly what I'm struggling with. The past keeps haunting me. Yep. You gotta trust, and you gotta leap. You gotta just leap forward. Okay, so we've got Kimberly next. Shannon. I was totally kidding. It's a pretty fiery energy though. So we've got Kimberly is next. Let's move this up a little bit. Right there. Or maybe we can do this. Yeah, that works. So Kimberly is next. You're welcome. We've got Kimberly, Paris, Rebecca, Chris, Cynthia, and then Lisa. That's who I have on the list so far. Tarot reading, please. Too many curious questions to pick just one. So, what is the strongest or most important message coming through? All right. What does Kim need to know right now? Transformation card. Things are changing. Things are transforming right now for you. King of Cups. You're learning to find balance in your life. Let's get, I don't know what that means, Joan. What else does Kim need to know right now? What's the most important message right now? Whoa, they fell. And those two came out as well, so we're going to keep them. Let me just grab this card that fell. All right. So there's 3 major arcana cards here. And that's significant. Again, wow, this is the second tarot reading and the second, and the same, the 3 major arcanas come out in the reading. I mean, these are powerful, you guys. These are powerful. So you also got, I guess I'll show you all the cards first. You've got Transformation, King of Cups. He's holding the 2 cups right there. You've got the 4 of Wands as well. You've got the 5 of Crystals. These cards are kind of hard to see because of my green screen. And then you have the Tower. And then you have the Temperance card. Again, 2 cups. There's a little bit of like interweaved through this, some kind of romantic aspect, but I'm not going to go there. I just want to say that it's present, but I don't feel like this is about a romantic relationship. Now, you're obviously going through some very powerful transformation right now, and the transformation is happening because you are, actually it is romantic, just kidding, because you are learning how to find balance in your life right now. And not only that, but the reason I say it is romantic is because the 4 of Wands is actually the card of marriage, believe it or not. It's the card of marriage, but it's also the card of celebration, time to celebrate, like harvest, look at everything that you've done, everything that you've achieved in your life, and just enjoy it. So the 5 of Crystals is the interesting one here, because, and the Tower. Hang on a second, let me look at this. That's so interesting. So the transformation that's happening is because you're learning how to balance your life. And this could be balancing your life with, your specific other, your person, your relationship. And there's a lot of celebratory energy right now. But somehow what's happening is, even though you should feel like really happy, you may not be as happy as you thought you were. That's the 5 of Crystals. It's like feeling like you don't have anything, or you feel lonely, or you feel like some kind of a beggar. It's like spiritual impoverishment. Like something just isn't right. Something isn't right. And what's lurking, within or between all of this is this Tower card. It's this Tower moment where something has to be released, something has to be let go, something has to be acknowledged and seen, and then surrendered or let go of, in order for you to find the true healing. So you have to figure out right now what it is. You have been keeping boundaries so I can focus on me. So you have to figure out what it is that you are trying to heal. Because this could be romantic, but it could also not be. It could also be that within yourself, you're discovering those. This could be pointing towards the relationship within yourself. But either way, the main message is that in order for you to find healing that you're looking for right now, whatever that lack mentality is, whatever fears you have, they have to be released. They have to be let go. You have to face the truth of something right now. And that facing that truth is going to help liberate you and be in that balanced essence that your soul is searching for right now. But it is a journey. It's a journey that you're going through right now. It's not something that like it's going to end soon. I feel like this is a theme that's going on in your life. I love that. Yeah. It's a theme that you're learning like you say, how to love yourself. That's really sweet. So thank you. Thank you for that. So I'll check. We've got Paris next. And then I'll check the PayPal real quick because I think there was maybe one more person that signed up, or Valerie signed up. All right. You're welcome. Hey, Erica, how's it going? Thanks, sir. And then Wendy, welcome back. We appreciate you, Wendy. I appreciate you. Okay, so we are going to do another astrology reading. So I'm going to just get this ready while you put up your information. Paris. 12/21/84. I was born in 84. 3:45 p.m. Sharron. Cool. Okay, let me just make sure I got it right. Okay, perfect. Life purpose. So 12/21/84, 3:45 p.m. How do you say that? Tehran? Tehran? Okay, I probably just butchered it. We are the same age. God, I love this new iPad. All right, let's ride on this baby. Paris. Let's see what we got. That's not the right chart. I was like, I just did that one. Okay, here we go. Ooh, look at all that Sag. Dang. 'Cause I'm a free bird. You need freedom, my darling. No one can box you in. You will not allow it. If you're going to be in a relationship, it's going to have to be with someone who fully, wholeheartedly understands your need for freedom. Let's just start there. Dang. Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Uranus. You are fiery, man. You are fiery and you are different and you are unique. And you can also be a little bit impulsive. But let's talk about life purpose, which is what you really wanted to know about. Sorry, I got sidetracked. North node in Taurus, south node in Scorpio. Here's the polarity. North node Taurus means that in this lifetime, it is, Valerie, he gave it to me. It's officially mine. And I freaking love it. So in this life, you were meant to enjoy life. You were meant to find grounding, find security. You're meant to walk away from the drama and the trauma with your mama. I'm just kidding. But there was trauma in your past and in past lives. And even though you're comfortable with the drama, you got to walk away from it. You got to walk away from the drama. I know It sucks because we get addicted. But you got to walk away from it and you got to go find new horizons. Where's Jupiter? Ooh, Jupiter's in your 8th house. So your ruling planet is Jupiter, which is really cool. Jupiter is expanding your ability to see beyond, see secrets, to understand why life changes and transforms. Also, because your North Node is in your 12th house of the subconscious mind, the occult, not shut it out. You need to completely let go of it. Because shutting it out is different than releasing it. Shutting it out means that it's always on the other side of that door that you just closed. But completely like walking away, it can't come back. Even if you're in the same room with the person that caused the drama, it can't come back. That's transcending it. That's starting to see from a higher perspective, which Jupiter is helping you to do. Yeah, Wendy, right? So yeah, that's pretty much your purpose here. You have to find your grounding, but you also you have to find some. You have to rediscover your relationship with the divine. Rediscover what God is to you, or whatever you want to call it. God, spirit, the universe. What is that to you? What's your relationship to that? You are here for a divine purpose, because having North Node in the 12th house is a divine purpose. And it may be that you are here to show the world what it means to really truly enjoy life again. And that's why I think you're Sagittarius, because Sagittarius just loves to explore and travel the world and go see new experiences. Right? Yeah. So yeah, you got use those gifts to go discover more, go discover the world, but find the security within yourself. Be your own anchor. Be your own anchor. That's what I want to say. So thank you. We've got Rebecca next. Rebecca is next. Yeah, I think there's room for maybe 1 or 2 more people. My friend Adam and I believe we have some past life stuff to complete. Any guidance on what happened in past lives and what we need to work on? Ooh, I love this question. Okay. Let's definitely use, actually, I am going to, whoa, everything is speaking to me all of a sudden. Hang on, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. We'll just start with this. I don't even know what that was. That was really weird. It's like all the tarot decks were like, me, no, me. Okay, so here we go. What past life, what's happening here when it comes to past lives? What needs to be healed? Ah, it fell. Dang it. Oh, okay. So, here's what we got. Taurus, 3rd house, Hang on, let me calm a couple of these things down. Computer's like, can you please? Okay. All right, that's better. Taurus, third house, grand trine. Really? He's a Taurus? Scorpio and 8th house. All right, so Scorpio rules the 8th house. We're going to put those together. I think you guys definitely had something that was that went down in a past life because of the Scorpio 8th house. This is a powerful energy. This is like a Tower card. This is like the drama, right? That's the drama. The 8th house is ruled by Pluto. And Pluto, as we know, is like, it plows through things. Our lives are changing. We are discovering a whole new world, and that means a lot of deep transformation. Deep transformation, deep releasing, deep letting go. This is like the ultimate Tower card. However, you do have, get out, your composite has a lot of 8th house. Crazy. You do have a grand trine here. You have a grand trine. So I think that the 8th house is pointing towards something very serious. Like, it shouldn't be taken lightly. If there's a lot of 8th house stuff, this could be like the kind of relationship that activates that kind of energy, right? If it's lighting up your 8th house, I mean, this is, making it so that you will learn, right? Isn't it? It's kind of scary. But the grand trine makes me think that it's for a good reason. There's a good reason here. And the 3rd house in Taurus is about communicating clearly. I have Mercury in Taurus. This is like having Mercury in Taurus. And it is about communicating clearly. It is about being meticulous. It's about taking your time. It can also be a very stubborn energy. But I think that if you guys stay connected through the realm of communication, that this, whatever lights up, that whatever comes up through the 8th house is going to heal the relationship, heal both of you. Now, there's also a couple of things. There's a lot of Egypt symbols in these cards, and I don't think that's an accident. I have Ra. At the bottom, you see the pharaoh. You've got another pharaoh on this card. There's a lot of Egypt stuff, so I would not be surprised if you guys did have past lives in Egypt, and also maybe even Atlantis, way back, because Atlantis was in the area where Egypt is. We flow so nicely, but I can feel the deep undercurrent. Yes, he has Isis on his ascendant exact. Oh, wow. Well, there you go. So let me actually, I'm going to just pull a couple of these Starseed Oracle cards. Yeah, there's a lot of Egypt. All the decks were kind of screaming at me. This one and the astrology one. So I'm just going to pull from both. But I think that the reason is because of that. It's saying there was some kind of work being done in a past life that maybe, I think it's getting complete. It's getting complete. It's completing itself this time around. Okay, let's see what we got. We have breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Breath of the cosmos. I think this is an expansion that's going on. Definitely an expansion. Whale and orca elders, share your song, diving deep, right? That's definitely 8th house stuff. diving deep for sure. Expanding, diving deep, like karmic relationships, healing karma, that's here as well. Forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. I'm loving these. And the last one, star, get out. Star brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Look at this, more Egypt. Okay, so star brothers. Hey, Patricia, welcome in. Star brothers, that's that card right there. I do too. This is definitely not, I don't feel like it's a karmic relationship, but I feel like it is here for a reason. Yeah. Cool. So we've got Chris next. Chris. I would love to, Rebecca, I'm actually getting ready to start doing the composite chart readings, the compatibility chart, putting your chart and another person's chart together and seeing, doesn't have to be romantic. It can be like mother-daughter, things like that, husband-wife, sister-sister. There's a lot of information that we can get from looking at our charts together and how they aspect each other, what they bring out, what the other person brings out in you. And so I'm getting ready to start doing those readings again, or not again, but soon. So I'm really excited about that. And also, while I pull up Chris's chart, also, I decided what I'm going to do with the astrology class, and you guys tell me what you think. 11669. So what I think I'm going to do, actually I'm pretty decided on this, is I'm going to have webinars. I'm going to have webinars, and each of the webinars are going to be module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. I might have a lot of modules, but I want to have these webinars live so you can ask questions as we go through the modules of learning how to read astrology personally, but then as we get more advanced, maybe doing readings for other people. Place, Las Vegas. Las Vegas, baby. Sorry. Okay, let me just make sure. So what do you guys think about that? Sounds good. And then I was thinking of charging $33 for each of the modules. That's affordable, right? I mean, you're going to get a lot of information. Each of the classes will be minimum 2 hours long. So it'll be like an intense session. And yeah, so what do you guys think about that? I mean, you guys are the ones that you're either interested or not. Like, I'm not going to do something you guys are not interested in. So if you would be interested in that, so that way it can be affordable and I can spread them out. So I'm not running a class that costs like $300 or $400 right now when most people can't really do that. So I wanted to make it affordable for people, but still be able to provide this astrology course that I want to provide, but in a very paced way. So minimum like one class a month. And so the class would be live, and then it would be uploaded onto Thinkific. So everyone would actually have their own login and password, and then they can access the class after the replay. And it can also be like, it can be continue to be like sold afterwards. So it just feels like a win-win situation. Sounds like you guys would really be interested. And I have a really cool idea of how to do this. I'll talk about it in a whole nother broadcast because I can talk about this forever. But I think this is a a good idea. I think this will work for everybody. Capricorn from Sin City here. Yes, it is said it is, and I will sign up. Awesome. Cool. Will there be a book or handouts? Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Here we go. Chris's chart. Have you ever had your chart done? Out of curiosity. I know. I mean, $33, right? It's just like I don't know, it just came to me like, and you're going to charge $33 a class. Be like, okay, that works. That allows a lot of people to sign up and you know, it's not like a big chunk of cash. And we take our time. We take our time to like dive into the astrology. I think it's going to be awesome. All right, here we go, Chris. Capricorn Sun. Capricorn Moon. Damn. Venus in Pisces. Pisces rising. North Node Aries. South Node Libra. That's interesting. Okay. So you are someone that's very practical, both with your self-identity, but also with Awesome Chanel, but also with your emotions. You're just hands down a practical person. However, on the outside, you might see yourself as someone that is this like practical, logical, would prefer things easy, right? Like easy peasy, let's not create drama. Let's just not deal with that. Let's kind of hide it or push it out of the way, because that's what Capricorns tend to do. However, you are also very sensitive because of Pisces rising and Venus in Pisces. So you are a very sensitive person, and most people, you might not see this in yourself, but most people see it in you, because the rising sign is the sign that where you express yourself out to the world. And the way that you love is you love with all your heart, you love compassionately, you're very, you know, psychic, you feel psychically connected to the person that you're with in relationship. You feel like you can sense what they're feeling. You're very in tune with other people when you're in relationship with them, and this evens out like the Earth, Capricorn Earth energy with the Pisces. So I think that's actually really sweet. I love that. Now, you actually have you do have a grand trine. Sometimes these are easier. You have a grand trine in water. Mars in Scorpio, Lilith in Cancer, Venus in Pisces. You have a grand trine in water, which makes you intuitive. You have Mars in Scorpio in the 8th house, which the way that you take action in the world is you dive deep. It's relentless. It's a relentless energy, and having Scorpio actually intercepted here in your oh wait, no, it's not intercepted. I'm not seeing it correctly. But having Scorpio in your 8th house, which is its ruling sign, means that you know and you're comfortable with the uncomfortable. You are comfortable with the uncomfortable. Not everybody can say that. I have Mars in Scorpio. The other day, the Leo King went live and he was opening up a package. And he's also has Mars in Scorpio. And he's like, we're going to do it Mars in Scorpio style. And he like pulls out this like huge knife that looks like a sword to like cut open the package that just came in the mail. That was the perfect example of Mars in Scorpio I've ever seen. the intensity that comes from someone that has Mars in Scorpio is, for other people, it's like, dude, it's like that. Like that's that's how it feels, because it's just like you just plow through shit. You just plow through it. You're not afraid. You don't have fear. You're just like, I'm gonna go all out. Let's go all out. And you don't care, you know. That's Scorpio. Like, I have that, and I freaking love that about myself. So love it. Okay. Your moon is T-squaring the nodes, and you do have North Node conjunct Chiron, but then you have all this stuff conjunct the South Node. And the moon T-squaring it means that the moon is creating a challenge here, is creating an obstacle, saying somehow you're going to have to find a way to understand what's going on through your emotions. You're going to have to feel. You're going to have to let yourself feel it and go into the feeling of it and get out of your mind about it. That's your challenge for life. Now, North Node in Aries means that in this lifetime, you were meant to be independent and to do your own thing and to move away from being so identified with relationships and feeling like you are only alive when you have this person in your life or whatever. Like, codependent, no more. That's North Node Aries. And conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer in Pisces, that brings in a lot of sensitivity. This is a healing path. You are healing the warrior within. And with the South Node in Libra, that's what you're walking away from, but you've got Jupiter, Uranus, and Pluto right here. Although Pluto's not exactly conjunct, but he's right there in your 7th house of relationships, which makes your 7th house, makes relationships kind of intense. Power struggles can arise in relationships when you have Pluto there. South Node, it's almost like, well, if I'm supposed to move away from the relationships, and what the hell am I supposed to do with relationships? Like, do I not have any? Like, what do I do? Well, the relationships are going to teach you to get rid of those old karmic patterns and move more toward independence. And someone who's in a relationship with you also has to know that your independence is very important. They have to be okay with that. They can't be clingy and stuff like that, because that just won't work for you. Jupiter expands all of this, and Uranus means that Uranus in the 7th house is like, it's hard for you to find the perfect person, because it's almost like the perfect person doesn't exist. So there's a sense of like, I guess I'll just have to kind of settle. And Uranus in the 7th house is also, people that have Uranus in the 7th house tend to not want to get married, because marriage binds you literally to someone else, and you're like the opposite of that. Your chart is like the opposite of that. That's not what it needs. It's not what it's looking for. So there's kind of a lot going on here for you, honestly. It's kind of a lot. A little bit heavy, but I think that if you, whatever you want to achieve in your life, you're also a very ambitious person. So I know that you can get there. It's just a matter of coming to terms with what's the dynamic that's playing out in your life, and how you can find more alignment, aligning more to your true gifts. That's really how the best way to do this. So I hope that gave you some clarity, Chris. And next we have Love, Peace, and then Lisa, and then Valerie. Kim! Sorry. God. Oh, that's so funny. I know, right? Oh my God. Not so secretive, Nick. You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. The missing leg of the T. Oh, okay, hang on. Lady Picasso is also an astrologer, and she is giving us some extra information to process. So she says the missing leg of the T-square opposite the moon. Hang on, let's put that back so you guys can see. In the 4th house, the missing leg. Oh, okay, because otherwise you would actually have a grand square. Boom, 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 but this is missing. That's what she's talking about. Is the release point for the tension of the T-square. So the 4th house of the home is a focal point of tension release. Love it. Thank you for that. 4th house is your release point, and it's also, your 4th house is also involved in that grand trine in water, which is about emotional connection. And the 4th house is also ruled by Cancer, which is ruled by also the moon, and being home, feeling like you're at home. Thank you. I am concerned about many things. I will choose tarot. Okay. Okay, you're always in your head. Yeah, you're welcome. That was really funny. I'm still laughing. That's so, okay, but love, what's your question? I'm going to check PayPal real quick while she, see if anybody else signed up. Doesn't look like it, so we may just close the list. I have to have a question if you want me to do a tarot reading, unless you specifically just want general guidance, then I can do that as well. You're a Libra. You're always in your head. I need a robe. Isn't it wild? Isn't it wild? I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's so interesting because you do have that Venus conjunct the ascendant. So it's like, whoa, you have to walk away from relationships, but at the same time, they're like calling you. It's so weird. All right. Okay, thank you. So what does love, peace need to know right now? You know what? I am going to use the animal cards for you. Okay. What's weird? Oh, I like these cards. What else does love, peace need to know? Okay. So the reason I like these cards is because a lot of symbolism comes out of them, and they're very, very, like, when I see symbols, like, really, like, deep stuff comes through. So first animal that you get is the bee. And the bee is about working together. Bees have colonies, right? And each bee knows exactly their role, and they each do their role without fuss. They don't complain. They just know where they're at. They know what they have to do, and they know that they're part of a collective. And so what the message is for the bee is that to tell you that although you might feel like Sometimes you're alone, and you may not have, you know, the perspective that you need, because when we see things from right here, we can't see them from higher up. So hang on a second. When you see, so the message is that from within you, you may not see that you're a part of the whole, but you are most definitely a part of something bigger. And that's what the bee represents. You need to find within yourself the beauty, your inner beauty. You need to allow yourself to process things in life. That's the peacock. The peacock can process pretty much anything. And they're also really beautiful. So we're drawn to the peacock because, and interestingly enough, the peacock is like the male that like is able to like do the dance and stuff and like fan the feathers out and stuff. And it's just really a beautiful, it's a beautiful thing to watch. So you have to find your own inner beauty and express it out. And that's how you will find your uniqueness also within the whole. The hummingbird is the next animal, and the hummingbird is about drinking the nectar of life, enjoying life, having a taste of what's beautiful, feeling that connection to the universe. The hummingbird in shamanic tradition and stories and ancient stories from South American shamanism or South American cultures is that, especially in Peru, it's that the hummingbird is the one animal that hid under the condor's wing, because the condor was the only one that ever flew to the sky, flew to God, so to see God. The condor is the messenger. So the condor would go take messages to God, but never look at him. He would never look at God out of respect or whatever. That's part of the story. But he would always just like arrive but never look, and then receive the message and then take it back down. He was like a servant or a messenger, right? But the hummingbird wanted to see God. And so he hid under the condor's wing, and when the condor flew all the way up there, the hummingbird zipped out and looked God straight in the eye. And that is what that hummingbird energy is all about. It's like, look at your divinity, see your inner light. The firefly, again, another card of seeing that you shine bright. Whatever it is that you're going through, the message is that you are not alone, and there is a lot of beautiful energy that is you, that lives within you, that is ready to come out. And when you do that, you will see that you are actually helping the world by being yourself. That's the deeper message, helping the world by being yourself. Now you also get the black egg, which I'll show you, but let me pull it up first, because these ones I like to read. The black egg is one of the spirit animals. This book separates the cards by the 4 elements and then spirit cards. So this is one of the spirit cards, which is very powerful. So as a little girl, I used to dream I would fly to God. Whoa, that's cool. Okay, so this is the black egg card, and the black egg is about speaking from an authentic voice, speaking the truth, which matches basically all of the other cards. So the black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. So, love that. Love that reading for you. Thank you for signing up. Okay, so we've got Lisa and then Valerie, and I think I'm going to close the list. Yeah. So Lisa and then Valerie, and then please let me know what kind of reading you want. Yeah, you're welcome. And if it is astrology, then make sure you have all your information ready as well. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everyone. We're moving up to a new moon next week, you guys. It is very exciting. Good night. Whoa, crazy. Crazy. That's a very clear message. I'm using the animal spirits cards from the Wild Unknown. I'm using the Black Moon astrology cards. Starseed Oracle from Rebecca Campbell. Moonology cards, but I haven't actually pulled those. The Star Child Tarot. Yeah, those are the ones I'm using. All right, Lisa. Where are you at, Lisa? Thanks, Wendy. Maybe she's typing. Yeah, thank you everyone for signing up for a reading. I really appreciate it. Doing these readings is really fun. If you want like a longer reading or a deeper reading, all you have to do is just go to my website, and I offer a few different types of astrology readings. Soon I will, probably by the end of this, probably this weekend, I will upload the information to sign up for that relationship reading. Oops. Do you have your question ready, Valerie? If you have your question ready, Valerie, I would say go ahead and put it up, because I'm not seeing Lisa. It's for your daughter? Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. Let me pull it up first. All right, we've got 7/18/1990 at 11:11 a.m. Whoa, she was born at 11:11? That's wild. In Pasadena. Awesome. Awesome, Kim. I love that. In private. Yeah, right. Oh, there's Lisa's question. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do Valerie's because I did see you there. And then we'll do your reading. So 7/18/91, 11/11 in Pasadena, California. Why doesn't it like... Hang on, it's having trouble. It doesn't want to put Pasadena in there. I wonder why. So weird. Pasadena, California exists, people. Come on now. Let me try this. Is Pasadena considered Los Angeles? That is so weird. Oh wait, and then it worked. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Have you ever looked, has your daughter ever gotten a chart reading, Valerie? All right, let's share. No, Kim, just readings tonight. We'll do that some other time. All right, so here we go. This is Valerie's daughter's chart, and then we got Lisa, and then we are complete. She hasn't. Is she with you? Is she watching? All right, here we go. This is a really interesting chart. It's you can see like she's got a Cancer stellium, she's got a Capricorn stellium. I mean, she's got all this stuff over here, and then a cluster over here, and a cluster over here. And then her moon in Libra and Pluto in the second house. So she is Sun in Cancer, Moon in Libra, Venus in Virgo, and a Libra rising. So that makes her someone who's very compassionate, a very loving person, loves to find balance in her life. Oh, okay, cool. So someone who needs things to be fair. Yeah, right? It's pretty wild. Needs things to be fair. In life. She's also, you know, the way that she loves, like the way that she is in relationships with Venus and Virgo is she's very loving, and she's very loving and compassionate, and she loves to like be of service when it comes to relationships. She does have her North Node in Capricorn, which is interesting, and her South Node in Cancer. So here's another, I don't know if you were watching, we just did a chart for somebody who had the Sun conjunct the South Node. And with people like this, what ends up happening is they feel like they keep falling back. She does have a lot of North Node power. So like this is, her life is focused around home. She also has the nodes in the opposite houses. So 4th house is ruled by Cancer, but she's got Capricorn here. And then 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, but she's got Cancer there with the South Node. So this could mean issues with career. This can mean like she tries to move forward in life. She tries to set goals. She tries to create things, but then she feels like she keeps falling back. And what she needs to do is activate her ability to detach emotionally a little bit, because when the emotions can get in our way. we can get addicted to certain ways of feeling, and that are unhealthy. And if that's happening, if she is getting in the way of what she wants to do, that's the lesson. She has to transcend that and move towards her goals and her ambitions, because she's got all of that Capricorn. She's got North Node in Capricorn, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn. Well, Saturn's in Aquarius. Oh dear. She's 29, isn't she? She's going through her Saturn return. Okay. Don't scratch everything I just said, but basically this year she's just got to go through it. She's got to go through it. You can't stop this train. She's going through Saturn return, and this is actually a really good thing, because Saturn in Aquarius means that this is her year. Like, she has to go through whatever release she has to make and then come out on the other side. That's what's going on. She has a hard time following through. Yeah, exactly. Also because Uranus is right there, conjunct the North Node too. And Uranus is kind of rebellious. It's a little bit of a rebellious energy. I think it can cause, Capricorn to not be able to do what it wants to do. I don't think Capricorn and Uranus really get along. I think that Uranus much rather likes to be in Aquarius, where it's free. Yeah. So in Capricorn, it feels a little bit restricted, and so it rebels. And so whenever she tries to set a goal or be ambitious about something, she might feel like pulled back. There's a big, huge healing lesson here, because she does have Chiron in Cancer. And Chiron is the wounded healer. So she's coming to the world as a wounded person, emotionally wounded. And she needs to heal that and move beyond the devastation and to building a career for herself, building a home for herself, building a life for herself. But she's got to go through that Saturn return. She's got to go through that Saturn return. That's the main thing. That I really don't think there's anything else. You can help her by helping her realize this, right? The big lesson. She knows how to be in her heart space, but she needs to learn to show up in the world. She needs to learn to step up and stand up for herself. So, yeah. I think I'm going to leave it at that. And now we have Lisa's question. I think Lisa might be watching, you know how sometimes you get stuck in like at the earlier part of the video when you're live and you don't realize you need to fast forward and make sure that little bubble at the bottom is all the way to the front of the reading, so you're actually on the same time. But this is her question. My question for tarot is, do the guides have any information for me about the path of awakening that I am on? I'm Scorpio, and wow, do we go all out. So any information about your path and awakening. Okay. Any information about her path and awakening. Let's see. What does Lisa need to know about her path and her awakening? Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. So you are going, right now what's happening is you're going on an inner journey of discovering. Yeah, you're going through an inner journey of discovering. You got the Hierophant, which is it's the card of, what is it, the Pope or something? What is it called? I don't know what it's called. No, it's not the Pope. Yeah, I think it is. Anyways, it is about, it's not the Hermit card, but it is about spirituality. It is about like the Holy Spirit or whatever. Like the card that I'm thinking of is where we have the Pope, right, in the card. And that just points to something that is beyond you that you're trying to process. Oh, that's okay. What you're actually doing is, you know, you also pulled the Ten of Swords. I'm going to keep pulling cards, but you also pulled the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is, it's actually a good card because it says that, here's the Hierophant. Let's show you that one first. So then you've got the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is that card about, it's like you have come to a point where you can't go any further. It's almost like you can't beat a dead horse. You can't keep beating the dead horse. That's the Ten of Swords. So from this point on, you're moving forward. What you're literally doing right now is you are walking away. The Eight of Cups is about walking away. And you need to take time right now to be with yourself, to process, to understand, to take some time to rest, to take care of yourself. That's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on self-care right now because the process is internal, but there's something that you're walking away from. Good. Yeah, there's something that you're walking away from. So very important that you recognize that you have to take care of yourself and you have to take that inner journey and let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. You also got the Three of Crystals, which is the Three of Pentacles. It's interesting because the Three of Pentacles is you're actually building something new. You're building a future. You're being rewarded for your achievements, your success. You might feel approval that you really need in your life. And so in the end, I'm going to pull some Moonology cards for you, but in the end, you're definitely going through some kind of a breakthrough, a huge transition. And the way to take care of yourself is to do that self-care, is to activate within you the power to perceive and surrender. I love this. You got surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine. I need to stand up for a second. Surrender to the divine. Yep. That's what I meant by the Hierophant. So let's do one more. And then we will be complete. It's time to take action. And I would say it's time to walk away. That's the action that you need to take. It's time to walk away from that thing that you can't do anymore. It's not serving you anymore. Okay, so I hope that that resonated with you. I am going to get going. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this broadcast, and those of you that signed up for a reading, and the moderators, Wendy and Shannon. And for those of you guys that here and we're hanging out and just having a good time watching these readings and also learning a little bit about astrology along the way. I will see you guys next week when I go live for the new moon astrology, the new moon in Taurus, and the new moon ceremony. And also, if you want to get connected to the community in our private Facebook group, or it's actually a public group, but please join us in the group. It's called Channel for Grace Soul Tribe. And we would love to have you in there. We're actually doing a 40-day meditation. We're on day, I can't remember what day we're on, but we're having a good time with that. And I go live every morning at 11 a.m. Pacific to do the meditation. So you're welcome, you guys. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, it's all good, Lisa. Thank you, Jolene. All right, you guys. I will see you next week. Remember, we're moving towards the darker days of the moon. So, 20, I don't know what day, 26. So, just be gentle with yourselves as we move into the dark days of the moon. They tend to be a little bit funky feeling, but then when the new moon comes, the new beginning arrives. And we'll talk about what the Taurus new moon means, which I'm really excited about. So love you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you in a few days. Sat Nam.